morning, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about how many calls does it take to convert internet leads. Good morning, everybody. Josh Ezell, Break the Real Estate and Property Management. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Today we're talking about how many calls does it take to truly convert internet leads on a massive scale. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in because this is a lot of information. There's a lot of numbers, so if you can, write this down so that way you can try to follow along because I have a feeling it's going to be a little tough. Okay, so here we go. Let's say you have 100 leads and they're all in different stages of your follow-up plan, right? So let's talk about the follow-up plan. All your new leads need a call immediately, right? Within 5 minutes, you're going to call all of them, ideally within 2, okay? We know that statistics show that it takes 6 calls to give yourself an 80 to 90% chance of actually making contact. So we're going to operate off the basis that first week, you're going to try to call them 6 times to make that contact, okay? Now you're not going to make contact with everybody. So the next phase of your follow-up plan is 2 calls a week for the next 3 weeks. So essentially 6 more calls over the next 3 weeks, because statistics also show that the majority of sales happen around the 12th call, right? So you're gonna make a total of 12 calls during that first 30 days, okay? Now, from then on out, any lead that you haven't made contact with or that you just stayed in contact with gets 2 calls a month, okay? And that's forever, all right? So we have 100 leads and they're all gonna follow that basic plan. 6 calls a week the first week, 2 calls a week for the next 3 weeks, and then 2 calls a month then on after, okay? That's the basis we're starting with. So you have 100 leads. Now let's say 10 of your leads are brand new, okay? So you're gonna make 60 calls this week to just your new leads alone. 6 calls a piece, 10 new leads, right? So that first week, 60 calls. But you also have 30 leads that are beyond their first week, but they're not quite a month old. So they're in that 3 weeks where you're making 2 calls a week to them, okay? So you have 30 leads getting 2 calls a week. So that's 30 leads getting a total of 6 calls, all right? And that is a total of 180 calls to those leads, all right? Now, that leaves us 60 leads, right? 10 new leads, 30 in that little middle of the road, and then you have 60 leads left. And those are your ones that are just on the monthly follow-ups, right? So many leads don't pick up. And real estate is one of those crazy industries where literally no news is no news. They will call you when they need you. They will call you when they're ready. They will call you when they've got their credit issues. They call you when they found the perfect home. They don't call you to say, we're not ready yet. So many people just don't. My record is literally 1,296 days. This lead never called me, never responded to one message. And then after 1,296 days, they literally called me on a Saturday morning, bright and early, saying that they had 3 homes that they wanted to see. And we helped them find a home. 1,296 days. I wish you could see that screenshot. I don't have that CRM anymore, and this was a while ago. But it was hundreds of calls, hundreds of emails. I think it was thousands of emails, actually. So anyway, don't give up. So no news is no news, all right? So we have 60 leads in the monthly follow-up of getting 2 calls each, all right? So 60 leads, 2 calls each, that is 120 calls. So let's sum this up. You got 10 new leads getting a total of 60 calls. You have 30 leads that are gonna get a total of 180 calls. Then you have 60 leads in the monthly follow-up stage, and that's 120 calls. Add it all up, and you need to make approximately 90 calls a week, 20 calls a day, approximately, if you want to truly maximize your internet leads. Are you making basically 100 calls a week? Are you making 20 calls a day no matter what? If you want to maximize internet leads, that's where everybody starts today. As any agent needs to have an online presence and be bringing in internet leads. As long as basically 90+% of people are starting their search online, we have to know our online processes. All right? Let me know how many calls you're making below, how many calls you've made in a day. Let me know your follow-up plans. Let's keep this community growing. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are the absolute best. Please share these videos. Please subscribe, whatever it is you're watching on. All right, everybody have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.